Now let's see what Australia will do. Possibly an up and under. Rodonicus beats in, working it on the blind side. Back inside to Coote, and Coote will score. A try for Australia by lock forward Coote.
The Mental League started way back in 2002 when a group of us got together and we come up with the idea, and we had our first function at the New South Wales Leagues Club with all our friends who were rugby league supporters and people. We asked them about coming to this function so as we could talk about helping our mates. I was in Milton Hospital visiting. His name was Doug McRitchie, who was a great player in the 50s with St George, and it was pretty sad to see this old guy in hospital, suffering late stages of prostate cancer. And if rugby league people knew he was here, we'd be able to turn up and sort of and say hello to him and be a bit, try to cheer him up a bit.
Here's Quay, getting it away for Gasnier. Here's his man again. He's in again, Gasnier.
As a player, you feel obliged to give back to the game. It's a way of looking after our own, I guess, without discriminating as well. We're not going to be selfish enough to say, no, we're only looking after the rugby league community, because there's so many other charities out there that need help. But ours is specific because it's giving back to a game in a way you can, whether it be a donation or a visit. It's just a really good way to bring people together to look after the men, women and children of the rugby league community.
And giving it to Robson. Here's Ben Ross, the big front rower.
We've got 500 volunteers. We have 42 branches.
Predominantly, most committees have one or two welfare officers that go and make visits to hospitals, nursing homes, home visits.
If you can do something to put a smile on their face, get them to say, oh, g'day, how you going? Tell them a few stories, show some interest in their life. I think that is fantastic.
It's just given me a great interest in doing something and knowing you're helping somebody else. And to see some of the people that I do see, I go home at the end of the day and thinking, geez, I'm doing pretty well, I'm lucky.
They're volunteers, they're the lifeblood of our organisation.
They're the people that meet and greet, the people that are suffering or sick.
They're golden as far as we're concerned.
Last year, documented visits were over 2,500 people that we touched directly, and it's the joy that we bring to people's lives that is probably the big thing we talk about. Our Brisbane committee, they've been involved with a young 16-year-old boy called Harry Bowes. He's been diagnosed with leukemia and has a tumour wrapped around his spine.
We first got here and I've never seen anything like this. All the players came and they greeted us and it was just amazing, over the moon.
We've given him the rugby league experience to go along to a Maroons training session before the second game, and he gets to experience things that money can't buy.
I heard you haven't been to a State of Origin before, mate, but we've got 4 tickets here for you and your family to come along tomorrow night. It's the only game we got in Brizzy, mate. Right? It's the only game we got in Brizzy this year. But we want you to make sure you enjoy it, mate, okay? And hopefully we get a win for you too, so there you go, mate.
Thank you so much.
Alright? Have a good time, mate, alright?
Just to get those tickets and see them all and stuff, it was amazing.
My partner, Jeff Pike, passed away in March 2015. It was just a tragic. His heart went and couldn't be revived, so we had to make the hard decision of turning off his life support.
Being a good friend, I thought there was something, I could hopefully do something for them, so we put together a bit of a beach volleyball fundraising thing.
We raised quite a substantial amount of money the first year, and that all came to myself and Patrick, our son, just to help us through. And then this year we've just done another one, and we decided that my Jeff was such a huge Queensland supporter, loved his rugby league, that we'd like to give something back. So we chose Heart Foundation first, because that's what his condition was, his heart, and then the other 50% to Men of League.
We're blessed to have the support and cooperation of the NRL. I'd be lying if I said that we wouldn't be in a position we are if it wasn't for them.
Of the 42 branches, they all run 3 or 4 functions a year. There might be a golf day, a bowls day, or a sort of a gala dinner or something like that to raise money.
Last year we raised over $1 million worth of donations and from our committee events.
We've raised and spent $4 million on people in the rugby league world who have fallen on hard times. It's very satisfying when you see like Harry being able to help, to be able to come and make his life so much better.
Anyone wanting to get involved, I'd encourage it very much so. You can go to the website, menaleague.com, and donate through that way, or you can go through your local committee.
We're always looking for volunteers. It doesn't matter whether you can give half an hour of your time once a month, the benefit that you'll bring to someone's life. So I talk about a visit or lending your hand to a committee event. These kind of things is really changing the rugby league community for the better.